As avid gamers, Jack and his friends spent most of their free time playing Call of Duty online. They were always on the lookout for new opponents to challenge, but one day, they came across a player who went by the username Painbringer. At first, they thought nothing of it, but as they played against Painbringer, they started to notice something strange. Every time Painbringer shot one of them in the game, they would feel a sharp pain in their body, as if they had actually been shot. They couldn't believe what was happening, but it was unmistakable. Every time Painbringer pulled the trigger, they would feel the same pain in the same spot on their body where their character had been hit. The more they played against Painbringer, the more they began to fear him. They tried to block him, but he always managed to find a way back into their games. They even tried switching to different games, but Painbringer always found them, and the pain he caused was unbearable. One day, Jack and his friends decided to confront Painbringer. They sent him a message asking how he was able to make them feel the pain of being shot in the game. Painbringer replied with a simple message, "I am not of this world." The group was terrified by this response, but they couldn't stop playing against Painbringer. It was as if he had taken control of them, and they couldn't escape his grasp. As the weeks went by, the pain from playing against Painbringer became more intense. They started to experience other strange phenomena, like objects in their room moving on their own and hearing ghostly whispers in their headsets. It wasn't until they researched Painbringer's username that they found out the horrifying truth. Painbringer was the ghost of a soldier who had died on the battlefield, and his spirit had somehow found a way into the game. He was seeking revenge on those who had caused his death and was using the game to torture them. After discovering the horrifying truth about Painbringer, Jack and his friends knew they had to find a way to stop him. They continued to play the game, hoping to find some clue that would lead them to his location. It was then that they stumbled upon Painbringer's torture chamber. They were shocked to find several players trapped inside, all of them in excruciating pain. They were strapped to chairs, their bodies contorted in agony as they screamed for help. Jack and his friends were filled with horror and revulsion at the sight. They knew they had to free the players, but they had no idea how to do it. They searched the room, hoping to find some kind of clue or tool that would help them break the chains and release the trapped players. Suddenly, Painbringer appeared on the screen. "I see you have found my little chamber," he said, his voice filled with malice. "But it's too late for these players. They are mine now, just as you will be." Jack and his friends could feel the power of Painbringer's words, but they refused to be intimidated. They knew they had to find a way to stop him, no matter what the cost. Desperately, they began to search the room again. Finally, they found a hidden passage leading to a secret room. Inside, they discovered a book of black magic, filled with incantations and spells that could be used to defeat Painbringer. Without hesitation, Jack and his friends began to perform the dark rituals, summoning spirits and demons to aid them in their fight. They knew the price of using black magic was high, but they were willing to pay it in order to stop Painbringer's reign of terror. As they worked, Painbringer's voice grew weaker and weaker, until finally, he vanished from the game. Jack and his friends had succeeded in banishing him from the virtual world, but they knew they would never forget the horrors they had witnessed. From that day forward, they vowed never to play the game again.